So here we go. The match is going to start first winner bracket semi-final of Division 2. We have Troulet versus whoopsie. Okay, good luck, Troulet. Don't listen to me raging at you because you can't hit. You can't get your lines properly. So first semi-final. Troulet versus Yralos versus Furox versus Zalyox. As a reminder, so Troulet came to the semi-final as the winner by default of the Group A. Furox went through as the first seed of Group B. And then Yralos and Zalyox as the second seed of Group C and D respectively. We'll see how it goes for the 4 players. I would argue that for me the favorite is Troulet. And from what I've seen, again, based purely on the matches of last weekend, I'd say the second place should will be played between Yralos and Furox. We will see. First map will be, as usual now, Me Gustas 2 by Olikyo. In my opinion, the easiest map of the map pack. We'll see how it goes. Here we go with Zalyox for the first round. The match starts. The rules are the same, I believe. 80 points, 5-3-2-1 for the point distribution. With finalist mode. Welcome, Trifier Polostrin. How are you doing? And so far, no mistake from anyone. Good start from anyone. We have Troulet slightly behind, but just 0.2. Nothing impossible to come back from. We see a couple of weird lines from everyone. And we see, that's interesting already, we see that everyone avoided the gear up. And voluntarily, we saw 3 players slowing down. Small mistake here, but Troulet, complete stop by Troulet. Let me come back in front. It's Yralos who's leading. But maybe Zalyox can snipe. Zalyox with a better inside line. Overtakes Yralos. And will take the first 5-pointer of this match. In front of Yralos, Furox is 3rd and Troulet 4th. So it's cup mode, first to 80 gets finalist mode, and then you must win an additional round to win the match and get first or second. We will only play for the 2 first positions again, as last week. Furox completely failing the start. Getting the bonk. Good start by Zalyox, who's on a much better pace already than last week. But we should see, especially in Div 2, we should see much faster times than last week, because now players had an entire week to train, whereas some of them didn't have time necessarily last week. And we see it's paying off already for Zalyox. Troulet overtook Yralos. Let's see now how the end plays out. Troulet has caught up a lot to Zalyox, but Zalyox, good consistency and good time, 0.76. Scores a second first place and will extend his lead now in front of everyone else. 10 points for Zalyox, 5 for Yralos, 4 for Troulet, 3 for Furox. Excuse me, I was having my little candy. We saw Troulet with a mistake in the start. Everyone having the transitions good here. Inside line by Yralos. I should put the name. I'm looking at the checkpoint since the beginning, but we saw Yralos with the low line in the banking. Zalyox managed to overtake on in the off-road turn, and Zalyox is having a great pace so far on this map. He is on his way to get a third first place consecutive. Shaky ending, but improves his previous time by 3,000. Very scary ending here for the Belgian player, but he gets a third first place and beats Yralos in second, Troulet was fourth, and Furox last. Last round on the first map. Furox with the mistake doesn't lose too much. Good line. Then he's about 0.3, 0.4 behind, 0.5 even. Zalyox and Troulet battling it out for first. Yralos, he's not far behind. Ooh, Yralos geared down. Even. Zalyox, very good line. Zalyox has really well trained this part, but Troulet with a good line. Slightly caught up. Troulet, can he overtake Zalyox here in the end? Troulet is very wide, but has more speed now. So with a good last turn, he can and he does overtake Zalyox. With two good times here from the NWT players, 532 and 0.598. This concludes the first map, where Zalyox had a great performance. He scored 18 out of 20 possible points and has already an 8-point lead over both Troulet and Yralos. Furox didn't have a great first map and scored only 6 points over the four first rounds, excuse me. We're moving on to the second map, followed by Firestorm. Now this map is interesting because this is, in my opinion, the hardest map of the pack. And this is where differences in lines or mistakes will be the more costful. Will cause the more times to the players. So this is definitely the map where you will be looking for consistency, because this is where you can simply score a lot of points by betting on mistakes from your adversaries. And we saw Troulet with a mistake in the double banking section. The ending is pretty clean though. Let's see now how the second map plays. Can Furox start to come back? Will Zalyox extend his lead? Let's see as we start with Troulet for the first round. Ooh, it's Yralos who clipped in the start. He's pretty much out of the picture already. Troulet lost 0.3. He's just 0.2 behind. Slightly caught up. Furox and Zalyox with a good start. Good line here by Troulet, but Zalyox as well. The three NWT players for the moment battling it for first. Ooh, Troulet a bit too much inside. Lost the gear. Yralos caught up to him. We see Zalyox with a good line. Another mistake by Troulet. Furox with a good line and better speed. Better speed, better line. He will overtake Zalyox. Is Yralos too far behind a little bit? He won't be able, I think. He won't be able to fight for first, and we see Zalyox with a good line on the off-road. Manages to stay in front. Can Furox snipe on the inside? No. Good round. 58.69 for both players. Yralos didn't trail far behind. And sadly, Troulet for the moment is struggling. That's definitely a round that will matter for Furox, because he's proved himself that he can fight for first after a very difficult first map. Now he's in the fight with the others. And now Zalyox still very consistent and very fast, but it's Yralos with him. Truly a bit shaky. Furox trading point 3 behind. Yralos managed with a good, better inside line to overtake Zalyox. Both drivers going wide. Zalyox going a bit too wide, losing speed, even completely bonking on the right, and we see Furox having this part good. He didn't manage to maintain his high speed, and he's not able to come back to Yralos, but as I said, this is a map where we are going to see mistakes, and this pays off for Furox. Good time by Yralos. Furox takes second, as Troulet and Zalyox made mistakes. Troulet kept up a good pace after his bad start. 59.19 after such a bad start is fine. And Zalyox got his first last place of the match. Third round now. Ooh, Furox, excuse me, with a little bit of air time, but he's not far behind. Ooh, clips the border, the edge of the tunnel entrance. Troulet with a good start now. Oh, but he's going too wide. The caster curse is real, and it's Yralos who prevails in the start, and Zalyox with a mistake now as well. Furox overtakes for third, but Troulet lost 0.15 on the last checkpoint to Yralos. Yralos, good line. Good line. He will have good speed, but Troulet will have slightly more, but does not manage to snowball it in the off-road turn and this tech turn. He does actually, he has a lot more speed, and we saw Yralos being too inside. The front right wheel clipped the inside block. He got some airtime and couldn't control his car in the off-road turn. He ends second in front of Furox third and Zalyox fourth. Hey! Shantai, welcome to the stream. How are you doing when it is basically midnight right now in Japan? (11 PM), excuse me. Truly with the worst start of the 4 players. Hey Trifui, thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Six more followers, and I'll have 100. I should start to show my follower bar with a 100 follower objective. And while I'm talking, we have quite a good pace in front from the 3 players. I was looking at them, waiting for them to do a mistake, but nothing happened. Zalyox lost some time in the post-banking part, but we saw the same mistake as the previous round for Yralos and Furox with good consistency. 0.63, that's a good time. Takes first in front of Zalyox, who managed to overtake Yralos with a better line in the end. And we see that Furox caught up quite a bit in this second map. Zalyox managed to maintain his lead in first place. He's lost a couple of points on Yralos, who's only 6 points behind, and he's only 9 points ahead of Troulet and Furox, coming to the easiest map of the map pack. Actually, I lied when I said the easiest map was Olikio's map, because I forgot the third map was Slay's map, was Lagavulin. I had only thought about the last map. Lagavulin is basically, once you've gone through the first 15 seconds of the map, from this point where Zalyox is, it's easy, just need to maintain good lines, but at the same time, any tiny line that's slightly out of the optimal trajectory will make you lose 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and it's difficult to catch up on your opponents. Oh wow, will they look through my stream, Neroche? If yes, I'll try to behave as much as possible. Wow. 2 more viewers. Thank you for sending them over to my stream. I hope I'll give them a good broadcasting experience. First round on Lagavulin. And good start from everyone. Yralos slided out a tiny bit, but he saved it. We saw Zalyox bumping. He had low speed going in this drop, and lost 0.5 on his 3 opponents. We see Troulet with the better lines here in the start. Has a 0.2 lead over Furox and Yralos now. And as I said, now if Troulet drives good, it'll be difficult for Furox and Yralos to catch up. The gap stays steady. Furox manages with a good line and good speed to slightly come back. Let's go on Furox's point of view to see if he can actually catch up. No, he had a bit of a slow uphill, and Troulet will take the first round again. It'll be basically the same idea for the Division 1. If you're ahead after the first 20 seconds, you have good chances with consistent driving to stay in the lead. And on this map, the consistency will pay even more than on the other maps. Second one, and again, we didn't see any major mistake on the previous round. Good speed from everyone. Yeah, no one clips nor bounces on the downhill. And for the moment it's very neck and neck. Furox lost a bit of speed on this last turn and didn't carry a lot of speed through the off-road, but good line here. He slightly catches up. Everyone is within 0.15 of each other. Zalyox had a bad line here, dropped to 4th, and we see Troulet with the best lines, the best consistency for now. Zalyox a bit to inside, he won't have a lot of speed. Oh, Yralos very good last turn. Furox and Zalyox had it slightly worse, and we see Troulet, good round from everyone. Troulet definitely with a better pace on this map, and that will be very important for him. He's almost entirely caught up to Zalyox on the ranking, and Furox with this this final double right turn went from 2nd to 4th. Furox will need to push a bit more to find his pace, to get slightly faster lines. We saw on Firestorm's map that he's able to fight with the others. Oh, Zalyox! Oh, Zalyox is completely out. Ooh. Yralos lost a bit of time here. There are 3 players fighting for first. Troulet again with the slightly more optimized lines, and we saw Furox having a line a bit more to inside. He slided out, lost a bit of speed. Yralos caught up to him, but Furox has this turn good. But again, Troulet has pretty much every turn good on this map. Oh, Yralos better uphill. Good last turn. Can he come back to Troulet? He has slightly more speed. Let's see. No, Troulet keeps first place and keeps getting first places. He's now on 15 points out of 15 on this map. Furox third again. He's not having the end very clean. He's struggling with the uphills in general. I've noticed this seems to be Furox's weakness. It was the same on the first map, the same on the second map. Where he loses the most is the uphills. But we just practice and playing more and more, he will get them eventually. Oh, Furox, that was interesting. He had low speed but air braked so that his car could nose down in the downhill and he could still snowball speed. We saw Zalyox making an early mistake. Yralos lost time as well with a line a bit too much on the inside. But again, Same thing as last round. Yralos has this part slightly better, but Furox has this turn now slightly better than Yralos and overtakes again. Zalyox probably made another mistake. He's now more than 6 seconds behind. And now, again, Yralos has the end better than Furox. But this time, Furox has the final turns better. And finally, Furox prevails in the end over Yralos, while Troulet 0.1, 0.9, 0.1, 0.9. 4 first places out of 4. Good job by the Frenchman. He scored all the points possible, 20. Zalyox has scored only 5, and now the scoreboard coming into the 4th map of the playoff map pack is completely switched around, as Troulet went from 19 to 39 points. He's basically doubled his total. Zalyox is now 6 points behind at 33, Yralos 32, and Furox, slowly but steadily, is catching up to Zalyox and Yralos. He's at 28, just 4 and 5 points behind, so everything is possible in this semi-final. I do keep to think that Troulet is the favorite, although we've seen that other players are able to drive relatively fast and consistent, and it's definitely very, very close behind. It's going to be very close until the end for the 2nd place. So Delirium by James is a bit of a weird map because it's both... It's slightly harder than Olikio's map, but it's on the same scale as Olikio's map, the first map we saw. The map isn't too difficult, but there are some... There's the start and there's the ending, which are very critical and difficult to be consistent into. And we saw a very interesting thing. So again, the start makes differences, but what was very interesting from Furox's point of view is that both him and Troulet went for drift over the blue line, which is something that only Kosho was doing last week. And I think everybody learned from him and his match last week. Troulet, oh, clipped on the inside, but manages to save it, but Furox with good speed overtakes. Will he have the end good? Yes, he does. Nice jump in the goal. Good consistency, good time by Furox. And as I said, the ending with these 2 last turns is difficult. The first one is this turn where Troulet clipped in the inside because it's quite narrow, so mistakes can happen very easily there. And the ending with this final uphill is difficult, but Furox had it very good. Furox, shaky line, but he saved it somehow. Good job by the NWT player. And you see Troulet and Furox with the drift, and it does seem to be slightly, I would say slightly better than Yralos and Zalyox, because you're not losing time by... Ooh! Oh, Troulet! That's a full bonk. Zalyox and Yralos battling for first. Let's go from Zalyox's point of view into this difficult turn. Everybody had it good, but Zalyox managed to keep a lot more speed. Going to the last turn. Oh, Yralos has slightly more speed. Will he snipe going to the ending? No! 0.028 gap. Good round. Furox kept a good pace behind, but the 2 players didn't make a mistake. Troulet finished in last. So as I said, this blue line drift at the start seems to be slightly better because you're not losing as much speed as when you're turning on the off-road. while thanks to the grip on the blue line, you're managing to keep a lot of speed. Let's see it from Zalyox's point of view. You see? Troulet gained 0.1 with this line. So that's very interesting, how the difference here in the approach makes a huge difference. Everyone having a good round so far. Troulet loses a bit of speed. Now it's neck and neck, everybody within 1/10 of each other. No one making a mistake. This is very, very close. Zalyox a bit too wide, lost some speed, but has this part good. Furox now was a bit too inside, lost speed, he dropped to 4th. Yralos, Troulet, Zalyox risked trying to overtake his 2 opponents. Troulet tried to snipe Yralos. Wow, what a round by all 4 players. Furox just lost a bit of speed in the end in this very difficult long left turn. And then Troulet tried to snipe Yralos, but both had a very good last uphill. Impressive driving so far from the four drivers. Good start from everyone again. Yeah, see Furox went from 4th to 2nd with this inside line on the blue line on which you with the drift. And same as last round, everyone having a good pace. Troulet 0.1 ahead of Furox. Good line by Furox. Zalyox good speed. Furox lost a bit of speed though. Yralos has good line, good speed. He can catch up. It's neck and neck. Troulet has a good margin going to the last uphill. Zalyox 2nd. Yralos very good last uphill. Overtakes for 3rd. And Troulet saves the end. Good time by the Frenchman. 0.53 Zalyox, 0.87, 0.004 for Yralos, and 0.13 for Furox in 4th. So after an entire cycle of the 4 maps, here's how the standings look like. Troulet in first with 50 points, slightly lost to the other players. Yralos 45, Zalyox 43, and Furox in 4 at 38. Furox is driving consistent, but we saw it especially on James' map. It was the same for this map, I reckon. He's just not driving as fast for the moment as the 3 other drivers. And again, as we saw on the last round on James' map, oh, Yralos with a big mistake, he respawned. I think he should have not respawned, but he's out of the picture anyway. Oh, Zalyox too wide, lost a lot of speed. Furox, good speed here. That's very interesting because Furox definitely loses time in any uphills, basically, towards the left or the right. Ooh, he geared down. This is an easy round now for Troulet, 0.5 ahead almost. So if Troulet doesn't make a mistake, a huge mistake, he should get the 5 points. Yeah, both Troulet and Furox are having a nice time through this easy ending. 0.71, good time by Troulet. Furox secures 2nd, Zalyox 3rd. After his mistake, and Yralos last. Yes, Furox is not the first to lose the gear in this banking. If you don't have a good line from the last drop, you can easily gear down because of the... it's a bit weird to explain, but the effect of the gravity of the banking on your car, and because you're sliding into the banking, you're not accelerating as much as your car can, so it must downshift to maintain better speed, and you can't control it because it's all automatic gear shifting in Trackmania. And see, this time Furox had a much better line, went higher in the banking, didn't go too low. And he's secured second place. Yralos is third. Zalyox last for the moment. Oh, Troulet with a huge mistake. And now Furox has the opportunity to score 5 important points for him. Good ending by Furox. We saw Zalyox trying to catch up in the end. But he didn't manage to come back to Yralos. I do agree. It's interesting because what Troulet says, because this jump is one of the sections on the entire map pack where we've seen the players struggle the most. Which is a bit surprising to me. I would need to watch Troulet's mistake to understand, because I was not looking at him specifically, so I didn't really understand what happened. Everyone with a good start here. We have Zalyox for the moment trailing in fourth. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, Yralos and Furox had too much of an inside line and lost. Furox even lost the gear. Zalyox had the gear up, gear down incident and lost speed. And it's Troulet who's prevailing, but very good downhill here by Zalyox. Was a bit too inside though. Ooh, almost clipped, but he saved it. Oh, but he makes a mistake, and Furox, I think, sniped. Yes, very good ending by Furox, going all the way from fourth to second, while Troulet, with a good consistency, secured second with another 0.71. And Troulet is extending his gap in the lead now. 61 points for the NWT player. Fourth and final round of this match on Me Gustas 2 by Olikyo. Troulet with a mistake, I believe, in the start. Yeah, he clipped, didn't lose too much. Small clip on the with the wall. Good speed here. He will slightly catch up to every player. Everyone has the banking good. No gear up, gear down, except for Zalyox. This is interesting because here Furox is really prevailing thanks to the banking line. Oh, Furox! That's a big mistake, my friend. And Yralos is prevailing. 0.75. That was very interesting because Furox had prevailed on the banking by not gearing up, going slightly more inside than Zalyox. Zalyox geared up, geared down automatically, and lost a lot of speed, but in the end, Furox, went a bit too wide, didn't turn as sharp as he should have on the tech turn. And he was just way too wide and completely bonked into the wall. And Yralos prevailed in the final one, and that was important for him. He's extended a small gap over Zalyox and Furox, and Zalyox could have caught up and even overtook, I think, Yralos in second. Now Troulet 63, Yralos 56, Zalyox 51, Furox 50. Everything can still happen in this match. As a reminder, we play in 80 points. Once you hit 80 points, you enter finalist mode and you must win an additional round to secure a win in the match. Top 2 of this semi-final is directly qualified to the grand final, and here Troulet very good line in this uphill downhill section, while Yralos made a mistake. Furox is not too far behind, but again he's losing time on every uphill part. And here Furox is probably of the 4 players the one having it the best, although Troulet extending his lead over by 0.15, lost a bit though in the tech full speed part. Zalyox with his mistake dropped to 3rd, but stayed in front of Yralos, and Troulet, nice time. 0.38 is a good time here, especially for Div 2. This is a very good space. Troulet can reach finalist status. There's still 15 points to gain over 3 rounds, so everything's still possible for him. Where's Zalyox? I don't see Zalyox. He's slightly behind, 0.3 at the moment. Ooh, Yralos is too wide, unfortunately. And Furox. Oh, both Troulet. They both clipped in the uphill, so Zalyox comes back. And Yralos is in the mix as well now. And Furox, the uphills are his weakness, sadly. Good lines here from everyone. Yralos is overtaking for first. Furox has a lot of speed. He's coming back, but oh, he had almost too much speed. He'll battle with Zalyox for third. Troulet had a weird line, lost a lot of speed. Yralos will get first. Troulet circuits second in front of Zalyox, and Furox, sadly for him, gets last through. A bit of a weak ending here. Troulet with 2 first places can still get finalist status on this map. Let's see how it goes. Good start by Zalyox, by Furox. They both have a Nox name, and so I keep mixing them both. The famous uphill, Furox weakness. He's having it good. Furox finally not losing time in the uphill. Maybe it's time for him to score 5 points on this map. Troulet has a good line. He will have a lot of speed. Furox has it good though. Ooh, very good inside line by Troulet. But Furox has a lot of speed as well. Oh, good adjustment by Furox. Will it pay off? Ah. The idea of Furox was good. Oh, wait. He snowballs a lot of speed. Ooh. That's really unfortunate because Furox has better adjusted his line over the final off-road turn here on the right. But he slightly released his turning to the right. So he slided out a bit, whereas Troulet kept turning as much as he could to the right and snowballed a bit more speed. But I think Furox had the better optimized line. This round mostly matters for Troulet because if he gets first, he reaches finalist status and he's looking for it. What a section by Troulet! Wow, with a lot of speed, but he clipped in the downhill. Zalyox slides out while Furox keeps a good steady line. Yralos sadly is out of the picture. Furox a bit too wide, hits the wall on the left, and now Troulet is in the lead and can reach finalist status. He needed 17 points on this map to reach finalist status, and he's going to get 18. Oh, what a weird round. Everybody made mistakes. Still a 0.67 despite this shaky start and this small mistake by Troulet. This is very good pace by Troulet. He started slow, but now that he's a diesel. He starts slow, but once he's started, he's going fast. And now we're coming into his best map. Remember, Troulet has aced this map, clean swept this map the first time we played it. He scored only first places. So he's definitely looking to close it as early as possible. Yralos at 66 is getting closer and closer to finalist mode. Furox and Zalyox, 58 and 59 respectively, are still a bit far away from it, but are not too far behind from Yralos, so they can still reach grand final. We're going with Zalyox for the start. Good start by him. Let's see Troulet, he's slightly behind. Oh, good line by everyone except Furox, who was a bit too wide. Zalyox, not the best speed. And Troulet came back. Oh, neck and neck, they are all within 13 thousandths of each other. Zalyox lost point 15 here. Or Troulet a bit too inside, doesn't snowball as much speed as he would have loved to. But we know Yralos is a bit too wide here, we've seen it countless times on the first map. And Troulet with a good line overtakes. Can Yralos? No, he's a bit too inside, he won't snowball a lot of speed. And Troulet on his first finalist attempt is looking to close it out. Good job by Troulet. 5 rounds on this map, 5 wins. Clean. That's impressive performance by Troulet. Congratulate him in the chat. Troulet, huge performance by the Frenchman. Now let's see who's going to reach finalist second. The best start is for Furox, about point 15, point 2 almost ahead of Yralos, but good line here by Yralos. Furox slow down just a bit to save it, while Yralos fully sent it, but he went a bit too wide and clipped. Zalyox comes back, excuse me, on second place. But Furox point 25 ahead. It's time to shine for Furox. Oh, huge mistake by Zalyox in the end. That's important here because it will not deny. Oh, wait! Can Yralos finish? So wait, we have Furox first, Zalyox second. Yralos should be able to finish. Wow! I was going to say that Zalyox's mistake didn't deny an additional point to Yralos. But Yralos decided to deny it to himself. Instead, he still has a 7-point margin over the two NWT players. But he needs 2 round wins to reach finalist status. And he should try to get it as early as possible. This map and the next one are good for him though. Everyone getting the gear down. Ooh, Furox slightly too much on the left. That was... He had kept good speed and a good line, but he didn't avoid the wall on the left. Zalyox slides out a bit. Yralos will have slightly more speed, but didn't fully catch up. Oh, Zalyox way too wide. But he can then have a good line after. And as usual, Yralos doesn't have the best lineup for this turn, but he's still slightly ahead of Zalyox, and we know Yralos has a good ending here. Oh yeah, he has a better uphill. Oh wait, Zalyox managed to keep a lot of speed, and Yralos doesn't have the best last turn. Never mind, good job Zalyox. I thought Yralos would maintain more speed. But he probably released a bit the acceleration to avoid sliding out in the wall, and so lost a bit of speed, and then mistake in the last turn. It's getting closer and closer. Yralos not able to gather first places for now. Ooh, slight loss of speed for Yralos. Still has a good downhill. Let's see how it's going in the lead between Zalyox and Furox. A bit too inside here for Zalyox. He was equal to Furox, and now he's 0.35 behind. Furox is driving. It's like truly, the more the matches, the match advances, the better his consistency. Ooh, Furox went a bit too wide, but had a 0.5 margin to work with, so he's still by far in the lead, must not take a lot of risks. Yeah, he's having a nice and clean final turns, or even though he's losing a lot of speed between Yralos and Zalyox. Who will snipe for second? It's Zalyox! 35 thousandths of a second ahead of Yralos, and that's important because it's denying points to Yralos. It's denying an additional point, and this is important coming into this map now, because now if Yralos wants to get into finalist status, he needs a first place. If he had got this additional point, a second place would have worked as well. For Zalyox, a first and a second place are enough. For Furox, 2 first places are necessary. Who do you think will take it home and will join Troulet in the grand final between Yralos, Zalyox and Furox? Place your bets. Good start by everyone. Furox was the enemy, the uphill, but it's behind him now. Oh, and this drift allows him to stay right behind Zalyox. Yralos, with a mistake, will not reach finalist status on this round unless both NWT drivers make a huge mistake. Zalyox, good round so far. But Furox is not out of the picture. We're coming to the hardest part of the map. This section, Zalyox loses speed. Furox overtakes, huge mistake by Zalyox, and Furox had this part really good. Very good job by Furox. And Yralos must have clipped slightly because he lost an additional 0.6 in total to Furox. Very good job here by Furox to get the first place. And it's important all in all here. Yeah, so yeah, Pinda, I agree. That's something we'll have to tell in the feedback. I'd say it's slightly too much, Neroche, but so now Furox can get finalists with a round win. Same for Zalyox, and Yralos just needs to finish. He's the only one who's going to be a finalist no matter what if he finishes. Furox, he was a bit wide on the blue line, but manages to stay on track. Shaky line by Zalyox, but he's not out of the picture. Furox has good speed. Zalyox too. Yralos clipped a little bit on the left. Zalyox and Yralos both slide out. And excuse me, Furox with the best line. Let's see here. Both players have it very good. Can Yralos deny the final status to Furox coming to the last uphill? Yralos, he clipped, but Furox clipped too. Oh, even bigger mistake for Furox. And Yralos takes first and denies the final status to Furox, and Zalyox with the last place scores only 2 points. So now Yralos needs an additional round win to get final status, while Furox and Zalyox need to deny. We'll discuss about that after the match, Joss. Furox with the best start now that Troulet is gone. But Yralos is pushing as well, and Zalyox not out of the picture. Yralos needs to win, and the two NWT drivers can deny him. Good speed by both Furox and Zalyox. But we saw Yralos overtaking in his final part Furox. Oh, he's taking full risks and it's paying off! But he turned a bit too much on the right. He turned a bit too much to the right, clipped the edge of the block, and Furox gets first, Zalyox gets second, and we have a triple final situation. Yralos had taken full risk in the final the second to last turn, the left turn. And then he didn't need to adjust his line to the right, but he did so. And clipped. Final round, the winner goes in the grand final with Troulet. Zalyox goes inside to save the line. Yralos and Furox had gathered more speed. Good start by both Yralos and Furox, 0.1 ahead of Zalyox. Furox will have the best line in this right-hander. Slides out a bit. Yralos in the lead for now. Furox second. Zalyox third. 0.2 between first and last. Everything can still happen. Ooh, Zalyox will lose a bit of speed. Furox 2. Will Yralos get this part good now? Oh, mistake by Zalyox and mistake by Furox. It's all about Yralos now. And he saves it. He knows he's ahead. He saved the end. Oh, good job and nice time. 0.75 to close it out by Yralos. What a close and great match from everyone. The Needs player prevails and clutches it in the final round and joins Troulet in the grand final. The two other drivers are relegated to the lower bracket final, which will happen tomorrow. GG everyone.